Eric Horn here with Brett Dawson at the Thunder practice facility. First day of practice for the Thunder today. Media day was Monday. Tuesday, we got a chance to talk to Carmelo Anthony a little bit more. Got a chance to talk to Billy Donovan and also Steven Adams. Brett, what are your impressions of the first day of media day? Or not first day of media day, first day of practice.
Yeah, I think as Billy Donovan sort of alluded to, there's a whole lot of new stuff going on. There's a lot to do. Steven Adams said you could see some things, you could see some of the offensive firepower, but this wasn't not everybody practiced today. It's a feeling out process. This is a short training camp, relatively speaking, because the NBA shortened preseason. So there's a lot for the Thunder to do, and I think as you can sort of expect, things are going to be a little bit sloppy early on.
It's been a whirlwind, but today I was able to just kind of focus on basketball and that was it. Focus on the first day of training camp, getting better, bringing everybody together. Today was the first day that, we can focus on our goal, which is, trying to win a championship, trying to, compete at a high level every night and trying to be successful. Yeah, today was just more about, just putting some offense in, putting some defensive principles in, the basics. We didn't alter from that. It was just basic offense, basic defense, shell drills. Getting out there, just getting back into basketball form, basketball shape, competitive. Getting that competitive edge, back. But that was what today was about. So.
It was fine. It was good. Yeah, good intensity and shut up. Yeah, it was good intensity and it was more focused since our preseason. If you want a serious answer, since our preseason's so small this year, there's more attention to detail. Not from coaches; they just provide us with stuff. But as players, just being more receptive and just trying to really get as much as we can out of the practices. Trying to obtain as much as we can. For the new guys, it's obviously a different. The terminology is different, so they're getting up to date on that. It's English, mate. They'll get over it quick, mate. Yeah, that's fine. So then, pretty much that's it, mate.
I believe the communication is really, really important. Those guys have been great, like I said, with Paul, and happening in, with a good portion of the summer left. I was able to spend some time with him, out in California, and be able to talk and communicate. And we'll get to know each other more and more as time goes on. Now that we'll be with each other every day, and Carmelo, I thought it was really important, on Sunday when he came in, was to connect with the players and spend time with those guys. And I'll have, time to do that. I had time to spend, with him, after practice. So, yeah, man, those things always take time. They just take time, and that's why it's important to me, because I think the communication piece of it is important. But, I think. What I liken to is having a collective responsibility that we're all trying to help each other do what we all do, for the benefit of our team. How do we come together and help that, come full circle? Well, the first thing is you want to talk to him a little bit, because, it's not only just like what he likes. I think he is a smart enough player and is experienced enough player that a lot of what he does, he's going to look at it okay, well, who's around me? Where are positions and players spaced? And, what are we doing framework offensively? I think him evaluating that and looking at that. But, like his skill set, you don't score the amount of points he scored throughout his career if you don't have the ability to be able to figure out how to flow in and out of different kinds of systems and styles and still be able to score like he scores. And he's unique because he can do it from behind the line, he can do it from the mid-post, he can do it on post-ups, he can do it off the dribble, like he gets to the free throw line. Like that's why he's a scorer that he is. But I also think, like he and I have talked about, is that working inside the framework of what we're trying to do as a team. And that's really what it does, is it allows him to be who he is and also take advantage of who some of the other guys are as well.
We knew going into training camp that there were going to be some guys that weren't going to be available to start. Russell Westbrook, Patrick Patterson, and Alex Abrinas all had some sort of knee ailments or procedures done, not procedures, but injection for Russell Westbrook, procedure for Patrick Patterson, that were going to hinder them going into preseason. We got a little bit of an update on that today. Russell Westbrook was a guy who didn't practice today. Patrick Patterson didn't practice. Alex Abrinas did, but we got a little bit more information in terms of when we should expect Russell Westbrook back as well. well.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to rush it. Billy Donovan described him as being fine, but this is a precautionary thing. He mentioned at Media Day, Russell Westbrook did, that the PRP injection is something that he does. He has injections, he has processes done to his knees. But he waited a little longer this year. His summer was busy, obviously, had a baby. He and his wife Nina had their first child. That takes it's a little bit of a distraction. So everything's just pushed back. I think it'll be surprising if he's out there this week. The Thunder's going to have a scrimmage on Sunday. It'd be a little surprising if he plays at that point. I think they're just going to play it safe. There's really no reason to rush back. And he can, as Billy Donovan said, he can do some shooting on the side. He can be watching what they're doing. Obviously, we know Westbrook's a smart guy. He'll pick up some things just from standing around.
Day one, not a lot of stuff going on. These guys are still trying to get a feel for each other. He had some funny Steven Adams quotes. Steven Adams, basically, Carmelo Anthony compared Steven Adams to a Game of Thrones character. That was his first impression of Steven Adams. Other than that, pretty standard fare for your first day. We'll get a little bit more information as the week goes on and as to how these guys are working back, particularly Russell Westbrook. For the best coverage anywhere on the Thunder, check out newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.